Let's start, okay? Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to
Hi.
watch our show Tang Cha Story in Thailand. Yay! So you know what's Tang Cha? Do you know?
No.
Okay, Tang Cha means foreigners in Thai.
Oh.
Yeah, so what we do is we share
That's us.
yeah,
Yeah.
we share people's life story in Thailand.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are lucky to have Stephanie today. Woo-hoo-hoo. It was very interesting that how I knew her. I was on a scuba diving course, and then I had my final day. I went to a restaurant, and I see a beautiful lady sitting next to my table.
Alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was taking a photo, and then she was trying to be polite, just to I should I should hide myself, don't ruin to this guy's photo, and that's how we start talking, and I realized she's amazing.
Oh,
My God, yeah, I was like so admired. So that's why I invite her to share her story. So do you want to know why?
Why?
Because she just dropped everything in US. Oh, she's from US, Chicago. She dropped everything just to come to Thailand. Isn't it amazing? Like you have to drop everything, sell all your properties.
Why you have to sell all your property?
Well, I didn't want to keep my apartment in
Yeah.
Chicago. I knew I was probably not going to go back to Chicago, so I was like, I'm just going to sell everything, and then I don't have anything to carry around with me other than the backpack that I
Yeah.
have. So I'm not worried about things.
This is very special because you have to, when you want to give up something, you need courage. And I don't
Yes.
think I can do that. I cannot just drop everything and just go to somewhere unknown. Before that, she never been to Asia. She never been to Thailand. So I think this crazy girl.
It's
is
not crazy.
I
think it's a lot of people doing this.
No, I think
Yeah.
people come here, but they don't drop everything though. They don't just sell everything. But anyway, let's
Yes.
hear her.
Because his words will be limit. He just hang out with rich people.
No.
Business people. You don't know backpacker style.
Well, I know, but
we are.
Whatever. But let's listen to her story.
Yeah.
Why she do that, and then
Yeah, why Thailand,
before
right?
she come, what does she do? Okay, let's say what do you do in Chicago?
I was working in a restaurant. I've worked in restaurants since I was like 17 or 18 years old, and I love it because I love kind of like the service aspect of taking care of people
Yeah.
and giving them an experience. But I was training to run a marathon last summer, and I hurt my leg and my back and was just really sad. And I was like, you know what? I can't do this one thing that I really wanted to do, so I'm going to do this other thing that I really have always wanted to do. I just
Yeah.
haven't had the courage to really go for it.
Yep.
So I just sold all my stuff. I made like a very quick decision. One day I
It's
was
like,
just
I
like,
want this,
yeah,
right?
I'm just
Yeah.
going to buy a one-way ticket to Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
And
When she said that to me, I said, "What? You just stay in the bed and then decide like I want to go, and then I sell everything." She said, "Yeah." She just
Yeah,
did.
sometimes like
It's
this. I understand you. It's
Yeah.
like when I want to do something, I will do it
just
straight away.
decide.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, we are similar.
I know, I love it. It's so nice.
That's
I
why
like this vibe.
I said you will like her because I know you are the same type.
But why Thailand, right? It's so many countries
I
on the
know.
world.
I honestly can't really explain it. But in a weird way, I can because when I was going through all my stuff and
Yeah.
packing, every year I make like a list of goals or things that I want to do.
Yeah.
But they're not necessarily like a New Year's resolution. But when I was finding all these things that I had made for the last few years, it was like Thailand, Bali,
Oh,
Thailand,
really?
Bali. Yeah, but I didn't really remember writing those things down. So I've always wanted to travel, and it just was like I just feel like drawn to Thailand. Like most people, when they choose to go to Thailand, they go down south to like the islands or
Yeah.
to Phuket, and I went to Chiang Mai, which I couldn't really explain that reasoning to anybody when they asked
Yeah.
me, but then I'm so happy I did because it was so
But
nice.
her plan was to go many countries in Asia.
Yeah.
Oh,
The original
yeah.
plan, like
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
she get ready, she the
Maybe
first
travel,
stop.
maybe 3 months in Thailand
Yeah.
or Malaysia, Taiwan.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
hoping to go everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, as long as my visa allows me to stay someplace, I'll
Oh,
stay,
yeah, yeah,
and then I'll
yeah.
hop around to somewhere
You know, this
else.
is good. Like go as flow. You know,
Yeah.
but something
COVID.
happened. COVID. Oh my God. Yeah.
F coffee.
Yeah,
So-
seriously.
She was here January, right?
Yeah, the end
Yeah.
of January.
Right, Chiang Mai, right?
Yeah.
No, she was in Bangkok, right?
No, I came
Oh,
to Chiang Mai first.
Chiang Mai first,
Mhm,
okay.
Yeah.
And then she went somewhere else.
I went to Vietnam for a week and I was just like, I don't want to be here. This isn't. I was so happy and I had like this really great energy
Yeah.
in Chiang Mai, and I got to Vietnam and I was just like,
It's totally different.
totally
right?
different. And I was in Hanoi, so it was like really crowded and I just wasn't feeling it. And that's kind of when COVID was starting
Yeah.
to
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
January.
right?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
starting point. But
Yeah.
Thailand started shutting down around March.
But yeah,
And
I
then you
was,
came back before
I
that.
left Vietnam like the last week in February.
February.
Yeah,
So,
so it
it
was
was
about
kind of
time.
like starting, and I had no plans. Like I had all these things and places I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I had like mapped everything out in my notebook of prices and dates, but I never purchased any flights. So when I was in Vietnam one day, again, I was just like, you know what? I was really happy in Thailand, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go back to Thailand.
Yeah, she was lucky because if she was locked down in other countries,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be as much fun.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Would you a bit worry like the situation, right?
Yes and no. Like, it seemed like things all around us were happening, but it didn't seem like things were too bad in Thailand. So I was just like, everything's fine. Everything's fine. What are you talking about? My parents were like, you need to come home.
Yeah.
You should like make a decision. I was like, no, it's fine. And then maybe like a week later, Thailand was like, we're closing down.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I have to stay
Exactly.
here.
It was
But
really hard.
actually, you made a good decision because after that, in US get worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now it's like Thailand's
it's
quite
more,
safe.
It's
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
safe
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I felt very lucky to be stuck here. Like, I don't feel stuck. I
You
feel,
feel like enjoy life, right?
Yeah.
Because it's the best time.
Yeah.
Sorry for the traveler, you cannot come to Thailand. But now it's the best time to travel.
It's
Yeah.
It's so quiet, and so you can enjoy the quality. It's good.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
And
also
it's-
everything is half price.
half price.
Yeah, and no tourists.
I've had like the
So
luckiest times with places to stay, like where I'm staying right now is so nice, and I never
Yeah.
would be able to afford that as a normal backpacker. So
Yeah.
I feel really lucky.
Yeah, and her story was amazing. She was in Chiang Mai, and then she went to this little town nearby Chiang Mai.
Pai.
Called Pai,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. It's
I heard,
hippie style.
you know, this is
Yeah.
why,
Yeah.
you know, she told me some story about it, and I was like, oh my god, I have to go to Pai.
Yeah, you
So-
have to go.
It's so magical. It
Yeah.
really is. It's like just. I mean, it was a little challenging because I was there during the burning season,
Yeah.
so it was really smoky,
Ugh,
and it was
yeah.
also at the same exact time that everyone was going on lockdown, and
Mm.
so that part, like the first month, was hard. But then after the smoke lifted, it was so amazing, and I
It's
was really
quiet
happy.
there
So
when you
quiet.
stay there.
When I was there, I feel like there was maybe a couple hundred foreigners there.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
like it's really like your own town,
Yeah.
your own community.
Oh, you mean in
Like,
Pai? Or
in Pai
Chiang
when
Mai?
I was there.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
like I would drive maybe 5 kilometers down the road and pass like 3 or 4 people.
And everyone say hi, right? Hi,
Yeah,
where
no,
you
I was
from?
like, I know that person, but I don't know that person, but I know him because I pass him on the road every day.
Oh my god, it's a small town.
It's a small
Very
town,
small.
but it was
beautiful.
so strange to be like an outsider, but feeling so welcomed and recognized.
right? You
with
feel
it.
like it's your community,
Yeah,
right? That kind
definitely.
of feeling.
You
And
need
I-
to take like 5 hours bus, right? Few hours?
I think it was like 2 or
2
3.
hours?
Oh.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
it's not too bad.
Yeah, yeah.
The worst part is the road. It's like
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
people
not
say
bad.
like 72 turns
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
it's pretty crazy.
Maybe if you drive, it's more
Yeah.
comfortable.
I don't know.
Right.
I think it's too local.
No, it's not local because I haven't been there, but because he need to give me more holiday.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
she
God.
needs to go.
you are
She
too,
needs
you
more
have too much
holiday.
freedom, okay?
Maybe you need to go to
I
Pai
heard about
together.
so many good thing
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. I mean, a lot of things were closed, like the hot springs and waterfalls for
Yeah.
most of the time I was there. But I was lucky to make a really great group of friends. So we kind of would just like go on road trips during the day and like hang out and just. It felt like I had this really beautiful place to myself.
Mm.
And I know Pai has kind of gotten this reputation of kind of not what it used to be, and everyone's like, now it's how it was 20 years ago. So I felt really
you
lucky.
say it's not very tourist, right? Because
Exactly.
the government probably protect
Yeah.
their culture there.
And it just felt really nice to be like one of the few. And,
you know, in Thailand, it's getting some parts, some place a little bit start to losing their magical thing.
Yeah, I
because
think
it's
so.
all the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For tourists.
For tourists.
Yeah,
Too,
yeah.
too much tourists.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a lot of places are,
Right.
especially like in the southern parts,
Yeah.
I believe.
But you know, this is her first time to go out of US, and I just wonder, you know,
Yeah.
because the environment is so different,
It's so
and
different.
people,
Yeah.
the
You'll be
culture,
shocked, right?
they are so
Yeah.
different.
First
So
day.
what is the most unforgettable thing, culture shock for you when you arrive?
It's the little children that are either driving motorbikes or like
Oh,
little
yeah.
babies
This
that
is
are in the
Thailand.
front. Like there's like a 2-year-old like in the front while their dad is driving. Like I've been here for 7 months and I still see it and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my god.
It's
Yeah. This is
even
funny.
for Taiwanese, it's a little bit like
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
crazy. You know?
Oh, but if you don't mention it, I kind of think it's normal already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is
It's
very
still
strange.
weird for me. I don't know. I have this like in the US everything is so kind of protected.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like,
Yes.
There's so many
And
rules.
organized,
yeah.
right?
So for me, it's it's crazy.
Yeah, one bike with one family
One
all
whole
together.
family,
Yeah.
5 people, a dog.
And we are talking about small bike, not
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
big
yeah.
one.
Usually,
Yeah.
oh, they're amazing. They have really good balance. You know?
I still don't feel comfortable driving with someone on the back. Like I still am like, oh.
What about motorbike here?
I had to learn how to drive one in Pai because I was living about 5 kilometers
Yeah.
from town. So after a month of walking to the town every few
You need
days,
it. Yeah, you need
yeah,
it.
I was just like, okay, Stephanie, you can do this. Because in Chicago, I didn't have a car. You know, I didn't drive for the last
Okay.
8 years.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this was like not only out of my comfort zone in that regard, but also in the sense I've never ridden a motorbike before. So
Wow.
yeah.
So you really made a big effort.
Yeah.
How about the food?
Well, I love the food, and I feel silly saying this, but back home I would always order Thai food.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
It's
Like,
very
oh.
different, right?
It's different, but
Yeah.
it's not like totally different.
It's,
But
it's more sweet in
more sweet
US.
in the US.
more is,
yeah.
Oh, in US more sweet.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is more sweet.
Yeah.
I already think it's very
Yeah, it's
sweet
quite
here.
sweet.
No, the food.
Still, I don't like
Yeah,
sweet.
but I mean, their dessert and the drink are so sweet, but the food is not that sweet.
like green curry, I feel.
Yeah, but
I still
in
think
US it's,
it's-
more sweet.
well,
Yes.
I
And I
cannot
don't think we
survive
have
there.
as much like variety of things. Like I've been able to try so much more, and also now I can tolerate way more spice than I could when I
you're
first
better.
got here.
So did you get any stomach, pain when you had the
Try
spicy
like street
food?
food.
I've only gotten sick once, and it was actually in Koh Tao.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which
Oh.
was like 6 months into my trip. So I don't know if I was just
Oh.
kind of playing it safe.
So
or
at the beginning, you had no problem with any
No,
spicy
no,
food?
nothing.
Wow.
I know.
You are very healthy.
I must have a
I
really
think
strong
yeah,
stomach.
she's strong.
How about other things like the houses, the environment? Because I know in Pai, the accommodation is very local.
Yeah.
You will see a lot of cockroach or ants or anything.
Yeah, I stayed in a pretty nice place in
Yeah.
Pai. I knew I was going to stay there for a long term,
Yeah.
so I was like, okay, I'll spend a little extra money, have a nice accommodation. But oh my god, I battled ants and geckos and snakes and birds and
Birds.
She was in the
cute.
nature.
Yeah.
well, I had a cat. He adopted me. He was in my house when I arrived.
yeah.
Which his name is Magic, which I love him so
Magic?
much. I know I love him so much. But he had a thing for cats or birds. So sometimes he would bring me home a bird. And one day
Oh yeah, yeah.
he
Cats.
killed a
Cats
bird
like this.
in my kitchen, and the bird tried to escape. So
Yeah.
there was like blood. It looked like a crime scene. It was. I walked in and I was like, oh my gosh. What am I
What?
supposed to do? Like, no one's here to help me. I have to clean this.
Oh, yeah.
So
gross.
did you like the house you stayed at the beginning?
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was kind of on a farm in the middle of a rice field, and I had like a little pond in the back.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit spoiled, but like I said, I knew I was going to be there for more than a month, so I
Yeah.
was like, I just want a nice place to
You know
live.
what I kind of doubted about when she said nice, because I have a foreigner friend in Taiwan, and then she said, "Oh, David, I found a very beautiful place, and it's like so nice and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh my god, I wanna go and see." So when I arrived, I was like, "Oh my god, this is a crap."
Oh no.
No, because what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you have a bad taste, because Western people, when they see something in Asia, they think it's beautiful, but to me it was like, oh my god, this is something we abandoned. We don't want to go, and because they never seen it before, so they think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like when I went to the Canada, or when I see something strange and never seen, I say, oh my god, this is beautiful, and they were like, oh. No.
It's just a house.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
so it was funny when I realized that when on my foreigners friends they say, oh, something amazing, when I go like, oh yeah, well, yeah, I know, but I believe the house is kind of a very local, very traditional.
Yeah.
I like it. I like Thai style.
Yeah.
Like a traditional house,
I do
right?
too, yeah.
Wooden, everything's wooden.
Yeah.
Very
She is very
beautiful.
positive, because when she described everything, and then when I see the photo, I said, I wouldn't stay there.
Right.
But she's, oh no, I just don't.
You like fancy stuff, huh?
No, I like
I
more.
think so.
Well, I'm on a budget, so.
Yeah, but she's really, she's enjoying in everything that happened to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the purpose of coming here, was
Yeah.
getting out of my comfort zone.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Pushing myself further to kind of see how far I can
Yeah.
really go
Yes.
with this trip. And, even if that meant in Thailand or in any other country that I hope to go to, I knew I was going to not be in my clean
Comfort,
apartment
yeah.
that I used to live in.
That's
So
right, that's
I
right.
I kind of just, some days were really hard,
Yes.
I'd just sit there and cry. 'cause
You mean
there's, like,
cockroach is coming to you?
oh my God. I
Oh.
just
They are cute sometimes.
I just got back from a farm stay, and I went to a hotel, and I opened up my backpack, and a cockroach ran out. And I
Yes.
was just like, I had like a very bad day,
Yeah,
and that
she
was
had.
like the very last thing that had happened that day, and I just was
shit.
like, you gotta be kidding me right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
We will share this
terrible.
crazy story later. But I wanna share her story in Pai now. She has some amazing experience.
Like what?
I think that's so
Magic.
Magic.
Magical.
It's really
Magic.
magic,
Yeah.
and it's nature. She had a friend, like a few friends there, and they
You just meet them there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
yeah. One day they give her a kind of a mushroom from their yard. Oh my God.
It's magic
It
mushroom.
was a magic mushroom.
And it was cool, and she just drank it as a tea, and then, please tell us about it.
Well, I had
Oh,
never
it's
done
cool.
mushrooms before, and
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to try them, but
Yeah.
I never felt like I wanted to. So my friends, they were like, "Hey, we've got these mushrooms growing out of cow poop in our rice field. Do you want to try them?" And
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes, I do."
Why not, right?
But it was almost towards the end of my time in Pai. I was
Yeah.
already planning to move on and start to travel a little bit. And yeah, I did the mushrooms with my cat Magic, which I thought was really special because I always felt this connection to him. Like I said, I hurt my leg last year, and then when I arrived at the house, Magic was there, and he had a gimpy left leg too, and that's the same
Oh,
leg
same
that I
leg,
hurt.
yeah.
So I always felt like this connection to him, and so I did the mushrooms, and everything just became so beautiful. It was like a whole
Yeah.
new dimension was revealed to me, and I looked in the mirror at one point, and Magic was inside of me. He was like in my heart, and like I just felt like, oh my God, Magic is me, and I'm Magic,
Yeah.
and we're so connected. And at one point, I touched his head, and I felt us like travel through like lifetimes together, and it was amazing. And everything I saw, I could just see how things were working together and colorful. And you see like the psychedelic prints or paintings, and I was like, whoa, that's where it comes from.
But did you expect anything like that before you drink the tea?
I didn't know what to expect. People
Yeah,
try to
then
tell
you
you.
have to try, yeah.
Yeah.
People
This
try
is
to
so cool.
explain it, but I don't think that anyone's experience is
I think
ever
it's
the
different,
same.
right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everyone has different
Yeah,
experience.
this is a magic town. I wanna go.
You should go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After hearing her story, I said, this is my next.
Yeah.
But you
Place,
probably, because you
destination.
never tried those things, right? You better have like the friends. You can,
Oh, yeah, of
you
course.
Can,
I
you
need
know, trust.
Have someone
Yeah,
that
yeah.
to do that together.
Because I think mushroom is safe.
mushrooms
Yeah,
are
yeah.
safe.
It's natural. It's
Yeah,
from
it's
nature.
nature thing.
And I
but
was definitely
still
concerned.
you need someone next to you.
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise you were like, oh, it's a beautiful world. And you just run into the road in the middle of nowhere.
Kind of like,
We don't know what will happen.
Yeah.
Somebody say they see ugly stuff.
yeah.
Some people say
I think
they
it
see
depends
beautiful.
on your
Yeah,
mindset
if you
towards
are
it.
positive, I think you will see like the world is beautiful.
For
It's
sure.
very
Yeah.
colorful for everything, right?
It was just
Probably
really
I will
beautiful.
see food only.
And then also it's paradise for you.
You just be like, oh, this is what the life is all about.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
So Pi is still like a lot of like hippie like community
Yeah,
living
it
there.
definitely is. I think people go there in search of like a more natural way of life. Like I met some friends that are in the middle and starting like a completely sustainable community where they're gonna build everything themselves, like grow everything themselves.
That's my
Oh,
dream.
so
Yeah.
cool.
Life,
Yeah.
you know?
This is like the movie Beach.
Yeah.
You know, they build something there.
But not
their own.
quite as I don't think they're as crazy. Like
Oh.
these
No.
people seem a little bit more like
They care about the
Yeah,
environment.
nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's really cool when I see her photo. I think this is real nature, not very developed. It's still very beautiful. You
Yeah.
know? That's why I want to go.
it is kind of a mix. Like you can see that people, like foreigners, are coming in and
Yeah.
buying some of the land and growing and
Oh,
building.
buying land too, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are some new things, but it is like it has that like romantic hippie feel to it, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna stay in a bamboo hut today, and that's just how it is. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's really charming in that way.
So how long did you stay in Pai?
I was there a little over 3 months.
3 months,
Yeah,
wow,
I went
that's
for like the
very long.
weekend.
Wow.
And I stayed there for that long because there's like one road from Chiang Mai to Pai, so they were closing the road. So I was kind of like, do I go back to Chiang Mai? Do I stay in Pai? I don't know what to do. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm going to be in lockdown, I probably don't want to be in an apartment in Chiang Mai. I'd rather
Oh, I
be
see.
in a house
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Pai.
It's
So,
better.
so that's how I ended
So
up
did you
staying
like
there.
Chiang Mai city?
I did. I love Chiang Mai. I mean, when I was in Chiang Mai, I was like, I'm gonna live here.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah.
Wow.
So I would love to go back again. I mean, I went back again after Pai, but it was dead,
Yeah.
totally dead.
Yeah.
So that was hard to see because it was such a thriving and like beautiful
Right.
city. So I know upon my return to Thailand someday, it'll be one of the first places I go.
You know, please
Mai.
ask me to go. I
Yeah,
want to go,
yeah,
seriously.
We can do a little tour,
Yeah, I want to go.
travel around a little bit.
So what makes you leave Thai then? Like if you like Pai so much, why do you leave?
There's multiple reasons. I think the main one is my brother is getting married at the end of September, so he had to change his whole wedding based on what's
The-
happening with
the
the
COVID,
coronavirus.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
And so he was like, you know what, it's okay. We're just gonna get married in the backyard. If you want to come, you can, but don't worry about it. I was like, okay. And at that point, I was still like 1,000% Thailand. I was like, now I'm
Okay.
going to stay in Thailand.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in Thailand. But as you know, the government has kind of
Changing
had
the
control
rules,
over our
yeah.
visa situations, and
It's getting like difficult.
it's really
Yeah.
stressful. And it was so stressful the first
Right.
time in April, and it was really stressful the second time in July.
Yeah.
And I kind of just started to think about like, okay, if I can't stay, what will my life look like back
Right.
in the U.S.? So I
Yeah.
started to think about that, and then I started to think about not being there for my brother. We're really close, so I was just like, I need to be there. I know
Yeah.
that my heart would hurt and feel sad forever, even though it's only going to be a small wedding. And you know, I've been traveling completely alone for 7 months, so I'm lonely now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
love my alone time. I've always been a very independent person, but this is the longest I've ever been like
Right.
truly,
It's
truly
almost
alone.
like more than half a year already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 months,
Yeah.
8 months. But when you left Pai, you went to Koh Tao, right? That's
I went
where
to
we
Koh Tao.
met. That's where we met.
Yeah. And that was so nice. I spent about a month there.
You know, it was the first day she arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the first when I saw her, I thought, oh, this is like a businesswoman who is relaxing.
Businesswoman?
No, I thought, I thought, and then because people who goes to island for a vacation, probably they have their free time, right? So I thought, oh, this
Maybe
is
freelancer.
freelance or
right?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone who work in Thailand. Yeah, and then when I chat to her, I thought, oh my gosh, she has amazing stories.
You know, if you really want to come back, you should work here.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I tell her because
Yeah.
recently we have talked to a few other foreigners. They all start up here and you know, without thinking too much.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
getting very well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I was in Koh Tao, I met these guys on the
Yes.
first day I was there, and then I didn't really make any friends the rest of the time I was there. So I started really to think about like what would my life look like if I stayed in Thailand.
Yep.
So I was like, I'm gonna need an income, and I'm gonna need
And
to
visa,
do something. And yeah.
right?
So I started doing like all these like YouTube classes, courses, learning how to do like Facebook ads and marketing.
Yeah,
and
you
so
just
I've
do
already
freelance.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did that?
Yeah.
so I've
Wow.
already started to kind of see what that would look like for me because
Yeah.
I do want to come back. Like I know that it's such a great community of like digital
Yeah.
nomads here, and it's a pretty great place to be a freelancer or have your own
Yeah.
business
Yeah.
and have a co-working space like this where you can
Yeah.
just come and like bounce your ideas off of everybody. You know, it's
Yeah.
true though. It's like that's how you make progress and
Yes,
connections and
yes.
grow. So
But what do you feel about Bangkok? If you wanna like move back, you think
You know what? We
Bangkok's a
will
good
get to
city?
this story soon because that story is like, oh my god, you need to listen. So let's see what happened in the Koh Tao.
Yeah.
She been through the like you were there for 1 month, right?
yeah, a little over 1 month, and I got really sad in Koh Tao because I was missing my cat Magic.
Yeah.
I was missing my friends that I made in
yeah.
Pai,
And
and
she was alone.
I was alone.
Yeah.
I rented a house. I don't know why, but I felt like I needed a house. I was like, I need to have a house just in
Yeah.
case something happens with the visa again. And then I just felt kind of stuck there for a while. So
Yeah.
I kind of got went through this like sad, anxious kind of, especially with the visa
A little bit
situation.
depression?
A little
Mhm.
bit of
Little bit?
depression,
Yeah.
yeah. Like there was a couple weeks where I just like would go out and get food and like come back and just be like,
Homesick.
"Ugh."
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was tough, but like after I left Koh Tao, I was just like, okay, I got through that
Start.
completely alone, and now I'm ready to kind of
Move on.
push forward, and see what else is happening in Thailand. Because
Yeah.
I just don't think that I wanted to make an effort in Koh Tao. I was just like, okay,
It's not the place.
You-
Right?
Yeah.
you know
it's
the-
like this. Sometimes some place, even little town,
Yeah.
you have very strong connection. Even a cat.
yeah.
Then you will
Yeah.
stay like maybe longer than you
Yeah.
expect.
I
Right?
did stay
Yeah.
an entire month longer in Pai because I was like, I'm not ready to leave this cat.
Yeah.
And I'm
And-
not even really a cat person.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, she wasn't.
It's just magic.
Yeah.
It was magic.
But you know, in the Koh Tao, her bungalow was on a very beautiful beach. That photo, every day she took some photo. I was like, oh my god, this beautiful sky. She's so lucky to see everything.
It
you
was-
know.
yeah.
You have to stay there for long enough to
Yeah,
see.
even though I was kind of feeling sad, I would try to still kind of push myself to go see a new beach or do
Yeah,
something
so
new every day. Because
beautiful.
I'm like, I'm in this amazing place. I
Yeah,
don't want to just
right?
like
You're
sit
lucky,
inside.
right, to
yeah.
have this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that was helpful for me to kind of get over the sadness a little bit quicker because I was like, okay, Stephanie, look at what is here for you.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know, I know when traveling alone, sometimes it can be so comfortable, but when it gets to, you know, loneliness, I think it's enough. You know,
Yeah.
I cannot, seriously, I cannot go alone for more than 7 months. No, kill me, please.
But it's like you still can meet people.
Well,
Like
I know, but sometimes when meeting new friends, it's kind of tired.
It is tiring, especially
Yeah.
when I'm sure you know as a backpacker, like
Yeah.
you meet somebody for a few days and you like give them all of your energy and you share so much with them,
Yeah.
and then they're gone.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
a few days later you do the same thing and then they're
They're
gone.
gone.
And it's
Yeah.
like I love meeting new people, but I was like, I'm so tired of sharing the same thing all the
Yeah,
time and
yeah.
just being sad the next day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like amazing and challenging.
Yeah.
but you can
As-
kind of like learn from it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So it's like I've been like traveling alone to Europe like twice.
Wow,
It's the
cool.
same
But it's
feeling.
like
I know.
short time.
Yeah.
It should be like a month, 2 months. She is like 7 months.
But I live in Australia for 2 years. The same thing.
Oh, that's
backpacker.
different though.
Yeah.
Living there.
I'm not living there. I'm also traveling.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because it's backpacker, right?
Yeah.
It's just like they offer 2 years visa,
Oh,
and then I
wow.
can
That's
work
so nice.
there.
Maybe I need to go
So
to
I know
Australia
your
next.
feeling. It's like, oh, it's like suddenly it's like you met the really cool people. You feel very strong connection.
Definitely.
But you knew like three days after you're gonna say goodbye. Yeah.
It's like emotionally exhausting.
Yeah,
But also
so-
really exciting because now you have this new friend that lives in
Yeah.
this part of the world, and someday you
Yeah.
get to go visit them there. And you, like, I think when you meet people that are so like-minded in that way, you know that you form this really special connection. And
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter if it's 10 years later, you're gonna see them and be like, so everything's
Yeah,
right where
I
we
have
left
a lot
off.
of friends living like everywhere now, and we of course you don't talk to them every day, right?
Right.
But like it's like I met my friend, one really close friend. He's from Malaysia. He live in Australia. So like after maybe 5 years, we met again in Paris
Oh my
because he
gosh,
moved to Paris.
That's so cool.
But it's the same feeling when I
Yeah.
met him. Like we're still like family.
Yeah.
Family. Oh my God.
But he's
family.
yeah he's like my brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's very strange. It's hard to
Describe.
explain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yes.
mean, that's how I feel about
Yeah.
you
Some
guys. Like,
friends can be.
I knew as soon as I was coming back to Bangkok, I was like, I need to talk to David and Frank. Like, I
Yeah.
need to see them.
Yeah.
They're gonna be the first people I talk
Yeah.
to. So.
Yeah, and it was funny that when she shared her story, she
Yeah.
said that she met some friends along the trip.
Yeah.
And she even have some friend who drive, take her to somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, that was amazing.
I had a couple people like that. I met a couple people before, like the craziness of COVID, and then after Koh Tao, I went to Koh Phangan
Yeah.
for a few weeks and kind of still did my own thing there, but was like, okay, I'm ready to kind of explore.
Yeah.
And then when I went to Krabi, I met the best people. Like all of a sudden, I had people that were like, I want to do this for you. I want to do this for you. Let's do this together. And I was just like, this is what traveling is all
Yeah.
about. Like I felt like I
Yeah.
was getting that backpacking experience finally after so long.
Yeah.
So that was really special.
Yeah, I think I wanna experience that too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to
I
travel
recommend.
alone.
But normally I travel alone, hello, but I just don't have a chance to meet people like that.
No,
Yeah.
it's you met her, right?
Yeah, I met her, but
It's because before you didn't open your heart.
oh, I do.
Once you open
please.
your heart, you met so many magical people.
It's true.
Yeah.
I do.
Because when I was in Koh Tao, I was closed, you know, and then
Yeah.
as soon as I left that area, like things started to happen for me, like good things, and it was definitely
It's always
because
here.
It is.
Yeah, I learned a lot from traveling.
Yeah.
Because once you close, nobody gonna close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're sitting like on your phone
Yeah.
or like looking sad, no one's gonna approach you.
you just like smile.
Yeah, but
And
when
then
you
people
walk
come.
into a room and you're like, what should I do today? And someone's like,
Good
let's
vibe.
do something
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
It's so fun, and that's like what makes it so exciting.
Well, I think no one will approach me if I sit there alone.
No.
Maybe you need a hat that says "Approach me."
Probably.
I love this idea.
Well, I'll try that next time.
I
So
love that.
I know when you in the Gapi, you were scuba diving and do like what do you do? Like,
Well, I did snorkeling. I
Snorkeling.
haven't
Yeah.
scuba dived. I'm not quite there yet.
Mm.
But I scuba dived. I did like a boat tour one day. I met a bunch of really great girls. We were all kind of like doing our own trip, and when we realized we were all kind of on our own, we formed a little girl gang, which was
Yeah.
cool.
wow.
Yeah, it was fun. And I met like a couple guys, one just on a boat ride who was like, hey, do you know the cheap way to get to the beach after we get off the pier? And I was like, no. And he was just like, okay, follow me. And I was like, okay. And we ended up
So much fun.
hitchhiking together. I've never hitchhiked ever. And he was just like, it's fine. I
Yeah,
got
it's very
you."
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a 10-minute car ride. So,
Oh, it's
but
fine,
it was
right?
fine. But I still was just like, okay, this is just how it's going to be. I'm just going to hitchhike with this stranger that I met on a boat 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But and then the woman at my hotel, she was a Thai woman, and she heard me asking about like how much a taxi would cost to
Yeah.
go to the temple, and she just drove me around for like the entire day.
So good.
Yeah. So I just had this
Yeah.
like series
Open
of
your
events.
heart.
Yeah.
Well, I am open, but no one approached me.
Okay, we just make a T-shirt.
Yeah, a t-shirt.
Approach me.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Approach me, please. I'm a very good
I'm
person.
friendly, I promise.
very
That's what
friendly.
you need. I'm friendly, I promise.
Yeah. So what happened to the? I knew you went to a small farm and then kind of being ripped off.
Yeah.
So what
Where?
happened?
I went to Khao Sok. I was so excited to go
Yeah.
to Khao Sok because one of the things I really wanted to do on this trip was stay on a farm and like get that experience of learning about Thai
Yeah.
food and
Yeah.
culture and cooking, and I wanted to be fully immersed in that. And when I got there, I just didn't feel like these people were super genuine, but I was still kind of open to whatever happened. And unfortunately, they acted like they were my best friends, but they totally took advantage of me.
Thai,
Like,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just tell her, oh, help yourself.
Yeah, help
you know,
yourself.
It sounds like
Tomorrow
everything's
we'll
fine.
do this. Tomorrow
Yeah.
we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do this. And like to me, it felt like at the end of the day, they charged me every time I flushed my toilet. You know,
Oh.
like
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
crazy.
know for sure what they
Yeah.
even charged me for because they wrote out the bill in Thai.
Oh.
And I just,
Yeah.
I felt like really uncomfortable
Yeah.
the whole time because I was staying in a bungalow that only had one lock on the door and had to sleep with the windows open. I was the only foreigner in Khao Sok. And they were telling everybody that I was there. So I felt
Okay.
really exposed and very vulnerable.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like not sleeping because I was like, maybe someone's going to come and steal my
I
stuff in the middle of the
know,
night. And then at the end of the stay, my bill was like 3 or 2 times what I had
Yeah.
anticipated it to
okay.
be. And I was just like, I totally understand that you've probably had a really hard time through COVID, not having
Yeah.
income, but I'm not the person doing
Right.
something wrong
Yeah.
here. You know, I just wanted to come and have fun. And if they had told me, hey, this is how much it costs, this is how much it
Right.
costs, that's one thing. But they didn't at all. They just were like,
This is
Overcharge
total.
her and
Yeah,
charge for
yeah.
everything.
yeah, and they like on the last day, their attitude like totally changed. Like they were really, really friendly the first day.
Yeah.
They were pretty friendly the second day, and the third day, I was just like, "Hi, does anybody want to talk to me?" It was
No.
super strange. So, yeah, I felt a little bit taken
Disappointed,
advantage, and
right?
yeah, definitely disappointed because I was
Yeah.
so excited.
But you know, in Thailand, most of people are nice. Like
Yeah.
they are very, they smile. They are quite
They're very kind to foreigners.
kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just sometimes luck not good because you know when she come back to Bangkok, she had the worst day. When
Ever?
oh my God!
One of yeah. It was
Oh, please
bad.
share with us.
Well, it started off that morning with paying the bill for more than I expected. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys know in Thailand there's this two-price Thailand where
Two
they
price, yeah.
Yeah, for foreigners.
foreigner
yeah,
and
they
for
charge
locals.
foreigners more. And so I paid for my bus ride, which was 250 baht, which is about like $7 or $8 US.
Yeah.
And along the way, everyone else in the van was Thai, and they were only paying 100 baht for the ride. And I was like, well, that kind of stinks because we're all going to the same place. And
Yeah, what's the point,
like
right?
like why am I?
You know, I have
charged
asked
more?
some Thai people. They say because they pay tax.
But I
And-
pay tax as well. I work here.
Oh, you do, but
Well, I
for
don't, so I guess I can understand.
but I don't know. That's what they told me.
That's
I'm
what
not
they
sure
say.
if it's real. But
I don't think so.
I don't
It's
know.
not
I think
real.
they
it
just
they try to rip us
yeah.
off.
And it's
Yeah,
like
but we are not rich.
no, and you know it'd be one thing if I was here on holiday,
Right.
you know, but I had been here for 7
Right,
months.
right.
I
Yeah,
have
it's
been
different.
Not working at all, so like
Yeah.
I'm on a fixed income like budget
Yeah.
as well.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was it, like I'm used to that happening, but it was a little bit more overwhelming that day
Yeah.
just because of what had happened
Yeah.
earlier. And then there are a few other things I can't even remember, but when I got back into Bangkok,
She just jumped onto a taxi without asking.
oh yeah,
Oh, no, you have to ask.
It's a no,
Every
no,
time.
no.
made a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah.
I
it's a
forgot to
mistake.
remind her because it was the final Friday of a month, and on the day it's raining hard.
Oh, so they charge.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
I
It
know,
was
I
a
know.
worst traffic, but she. Oh my God! When I see her story, I was like, oh my God, I
And?
wanna cry.
That's listen. Sorry.
Well, I forgot that when I left Surat Thani in an airplane to Bangkok,
Yeah.
and then when I got to Bangkok, I was followed through the airport by security. They were like
Oh,
filming
yeah.
me, and I don't know why. I
Filming
think
her,
they're
I
just
don't
Why?
know.
because I was one of the only white people in the airport, so I don't know if they just don't trust me. Like everyone on the airplane was like looking at me weird, and I'm like, hi. I've been here for 7 months. Like I don't have COVID.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like I think they're worried. I don't know, but that's what I assume. So I just felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then the security was taping me, and so I just walked straight to the taxi counter, got
Yeah.
a taxi, and then I get in the taxi and we're driving away, and he starts saying it's 500 baht, and I was like, okay. And
To where?
To
Just a hotel.
yeah, just a hotel from the airport.
It's too much, but
No, I pay 500 as well.
no.
Well,
To Anu.
I looked
No,
at the
normally it's like 200.
I looked at the Grab, and the Grab was like 250
Yeah.
from the airport to where I was going.
Yeah,
so it was
it's about
it
the
was
price.
double.
Which airport? Like old airport, right?
The
new
Dongmen,
one.
Dongmen,
yeah.
Dongmen.
Yeah, it's like I knew. Because if you call the taxi there, they charge more.
Yeah.
No, because you are Falang.
Yeah.
I will be only charged by meter. So it's difference.
Okay.
Alright. So
Based on my day, that's how I was feeling.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
just
so
like,
bad,
ugh.
yeah.
And then I got to the hotel I had reserved, and it had really great reviews. And then I got there, I was like, this is not super clean. This is not where I want to be. It's super
not-
noisy.
yeah.
you know, it was on Khao San Road.
Oh, Kazan
It's
was
so-
the most horrible
I
place.
know, but I thought like I was only gonna stay 2 nights, so I was like, I kind of just want to have this experience.
Right.
Just
You
try,
know?
different location.
Yeah, especially when it's a quiet time
Oh,
compared
yeah,
to most.
yeah,
So
yeah. Right.
I just kind of wanted
Still
to.
okay, right?
Yeah, but it was still really loud. It was still not clean and
Loud because of
traffic.
music?
No
Oh.
traffic. Yeah.
Because now everything is shut down, so the Khao San Road is quite empty.
Yeah.
But I think the reason is dirty. Probably they have no staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone
lay
lay
off,
lay
yeah,
off
yeah.
people.
So
yeah.
I just didn't feel super comfortable, and I was totally okay with paying for 1 night stay,
Yeah.
even though I was there only 1 hour. But they wouldn't even refund me for the second night. So I was just like, man, I am just like tossing money around today for
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So I had messaged David and asked for a recommendation on
Yeah.
another hotel.
Yeah.
And there's 2 red planets in Bangkok, and I didn't know that, and I accidentally put the wrong one in my Grab, and it was raining Friday.
It was
Bangkok.
crazy.
I was in the cab for over an hour and a half to the wrong hotel, and by the time I realized it, the guy was just like, "Nope, I'm not taking you to the right
Yeah,
one. Like I've
because-
already been in this traffic."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, fine," but it still took us like almost 30 minutes to get to the wrong hotel, so we were both just sitting in the car like.
I know. This
And-
is Bangkok.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I got to the wrong hotel. My battery was dead on my phone. Luckily, they let me charge my battery. Got in another cab. It was just still bad traffic, so that took over an hour to get to that hotel. And then I got to the hotel and I was like, oh my God, thank you, God, I made it. And then I opened my backpack and a cockroach runs out. And I screamed so loud, and I was just like so over it, you know. I
Yeah,
was
she
so
spent a
over
lot
it.
of money on the taxi rides
Yeah.
to the wrong places.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
it's a lot of money,
And
I
also
know.
it was
And-
bad traffic. You know, my friend went out that day, over 3 hours.
Yeah.
Friday, right?
Friday with the rain, you know, don't
know.
go out with any car in Thailand.
In
Don't.
Bangkok, Friday night with rain, just stay home.
or go by, you know, BTS.
But you know, if you go by BTS, when you have to walk
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
restaurant, it's
Oh,
still
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Plus,
just
I
stay
didn't- I
home.
didn't know. Like, I haven't been in the city in so long.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm living in that, like,
Free.
forever vacation
yeah.
mode, and I didn't even think that it was Friday. Like, I didn't know what
Yeah.
day it was.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
none of that was
know.
considered to me, and it was just like one series of unfortunate events after the other, and it just ended up being a very hard day.
But it's a
Yeah.
fun story when you just remind it
Yeah.
now, right?
I'm already laughing about
It's like,
it.
"Woo."
Yeah.
Wow, so drama that day.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm sure at the moment, you know, it's very upset because being ripped off in the daytime and then
Yeah,
toasting money
all night
like that
long.
away, and everything was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, I think like for me, I suffer from anxiety. I've suffered from it for many years, and
Oh,
it was
okay.
one of those things for me where I was like, okay, just breathe. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
This is going to end, and you will be okay. So it was kind of a testament to how much I've grown in the last
Right.
7 months of
Yeah.
like being really uncomfortable and going through really hard things and not losing my shit. You know,
Yeah.
like a year ago, I would have been like, get me out of this fucking
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
Like, I just pull over, I'll
Yeah.
figure something else out. Like, I would have had like that moment where I lost it,
Yeah.
and I never lost it. I cried in the taxi because I was just like, okay, this really sucks. But I cried a little bit, I got it out, and then I just got, like as soon as I got to my hotel, I was like, I'm gonna order some delivery food and I am not leaving tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna lay in bed all day.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she is pretty strong. She's very independent. She just first time to our country, and she is being stuck in this place, and she was in a very good environment. She was in the comfort zone.
Yeah.
And suddenly everything happening like a
Yeah.
crazy, and she is still very positive. And I believe that you have gone so much. You've seen more than maybe more than people who live here for a long time. I think she experienced more because she's been to many places.
Yeah.
So
I
Yeah.
feel very lucky that like Thailand opened
Yeah.
back up, so I was able to still have a bit of that backpacking experience that I really was planning to have when I came.
Right.
So, I knew that everything's not going to be perfect all the time. You're going to have to deal with that. So
actually, this is life.
Yeah.
Life's up and down.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, why I like to learn travel, because you learn a lot in a short time.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you just kind of like, okay, it's just a bad day, and
Yeah.
tomorrow gonna be a good day.
Yeah,
Right.
It's not gonna ruin my whole trip.
Right.
Like my mom was like, "Don't let it ruin everything," and I was like, "It's not. It's definitely not." Like it was a really shitty day, but that's all it was a shitty day.
yeah, tomorrow is another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think from east and west, they are so different. So to adapt the culture shock at such a short time, it's quite amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then, do you like Thailand so far? I mean, after
I
all
love
these things.
Thailand. I do feel a little bit exhausted, especially because I've been traveling so much in the last couple months. Like I've been like bouncing all around,
Yeah.
so I feel a little bit exhausted.
Yeah.
So I feel like after that bad day, my rose-colored glasses kind of came off, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for familiarity. I'm ready for convenience. I'm ready for my family. I'm ready to have like people that love me around me all
Yeah.
the time. So I love Thailand, and I know for sure I'll come back someday, and I might even come back for longer next time. But like now that I'm coming near the end of my trip, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to leave Thailand now.
Yeah. Back to your hometown.
Yeah.
And
Home
now
sweet
it's
home.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be staying with my brother, which is really nice. So I'll have someone around all the time.
But I'm
Yeah.
sure you will come back soon.
Oh
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure you will come back.
I feel like as soon as the world opens up again, I'm gonna be like buying another ticket in bed one day. Like,
I think next year.
Yeah,
you're
Maybe
sure.
you should start up something here.
yeah,
You can connect the Thailand and the US, somehow.
yeah. Well, now that I have really good connections here, I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
more confident in doing something like
Yeah.
that. Like, I know that I have someone here to like kind of help me, guide me, and support me, which is really nice. So,
Yeah, welcome to Thailand.
thank you.
But you will stay in Bangkok when you come back, right?
I'll come back. I think I lived in Chicago for 8 years, so when I left, I was like, I don't want to
you
be
don't
in
want
the
a big city, right?
Yeah, so coming back to Bangkok after being in Pai and Koh Phangan,
It's so different.
oh my God, I was just like, oh,
Yeah, so far she doesn't have good impression to Bangkok.
it's not a bad impression. I just don't feel like I'm mentally prepared for it.
Right, right,
I've
right.
been like super chilled zone for
Yeah,
a while.
I know.
And
You
now
know
I'm
what?
just like, oh, there's a lot of people.
We gotta show her some good thing about Bangkok, because she just come here just 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
Alicia, where is the ladies' nights?
Everywhere.
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 She knows a lot of places,
love it.
and then she is good drinker, so it just
I'm not too bad. And I like everything free.
Whoa, even better. That's the
oh yeah,
best
for all
thing.
the ladies, there is a lot of ladies' night in Bangkok, and it's amazing.
And it's like you will never get bored because you never meet the same group of people.
Have new people all the
Yeah,
time.
it's always new people.
Yeah.
Always can
It's
meet
great
like
people to meet here.
yeah.
Yeah.
So ladies, if you want to move to Thailand, especially Bangkok, from Monday to Sunday, I will find a place to drink free.
I love your confidence. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, she does have all the resources.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's
the
just
best.
like, I don't know, it's quite, the businessmen here, they are quite generous.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of money, this is for marketing, right?
Entertaining.
Yeah. So it's like, anyway, it's free. Why not?
Yeah.
And I also bring people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Share the
You
wealth.
free
That's what
advice
they
for
need.
them.
Yeah. It's for marketing, networking. That's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when you come back, you don't have to prepare a lot of money
I love it.
to drink.
I can have a nicer place to stay if I don't have to pay for drinks.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
the
Accommodation.
apartment condo here is not too expensive.
Nice.
So like for example, especially now COVID, you pay like maybe
$15.
9,000 baht. 9,000 for a condo
what?
with
A
swimming
month?
pool. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's not too bad.
For a month.
Yeah.
That's really cheap.
Very cheap.
That's
yeah.
like
But yours are cheaper, right?
And mine is like very low. I stay in very local place.
Yeah.
Apartment.
Yeah.
5,000
5,500.
wow.
Yeah.
a month.
That's
But
amazing.
without, yeah, it's not like no facility like swimming pool because I don't swim.
That's like 200 US dollar, right?
A
You're
little
saying.
less than.
Yeah,
A little less than
Less,
200
but
US.
roughly like that. In US, you cannot buy
No, my
any
apartment
place.
in Chicago was like $800 just for the
Full time.
space, and that was really cheap. Like I was living in a very cheap place
Oh.
compared to many. So, yeah, I could, you can spend 4 months rent here for
Yeah.
how much I paid for 1 month in Chicago.
Yeah. Hey, Alicia, did you realize that when we talk to about the life in Bangkok, for most of the Western people, they are more of life experience, mental experience. But for Asian, we are more about the business and maybe connection. Did you find that out?
I think it depends.
Because a lot of people who we have been interviewing people in Thailand, I think it's kind of a funny that Western people are more of the life, like the life experience, how, I think they're so different. I don't know why, because I don't think we can find someone can share such good story with us from Taiwan. I don't know.
Me?
You?
That's why I never think. I think it's because I travel a lot, so I kind of absorb
Yeah, yeah.
different culture.
Yeah, you take a
Yeah.
little bit of everything that you learn and kind
So
of apply it.
I care more about experience life,
Yeah.
and like I enjoy life every moment. But for most of Asian people, they are more care about career path.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And I think like what you're saying is that in Western world, people are more worried about like their house, their car,
Yes,
their
everything.
things. Like
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a big house, have a big family, have
yeah,
a
and
big
it's time
Right.
to have a family, have
yeah,
a baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Schedule.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That they like to follow schedule, and also like if something they don't know, it's about comfort zone. They like to stay
Yeah.
in comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my family is a prime example of that, and I don't mean that in any bad way, but like my grandpa has lived in the same exact house since the day he was born. He's
Oh,
72
yeah.
years old now. Like he is in that comfort zone where he's
Mm.
like, what are you doing with your life? Go back to school, get a real job. And I'm like, but I'm really happy. Like I'm a very
Yeah.
happy
Yeah.
person compared to a lot of people that I know.
Yeah.
So,
I think they mix a lot of things. Even they have a lot of money,
yeah.
but it's such a big world. Why they
Yeah.
don't just go
Go
out and
see.
see the world?
Yeah.
And even they travel. Sorry, some people just like that. Even they're traveling, they just like to stay in a luxury hotel all the time. You don't meet people like this way.
Yeah.
Right?
Like I am in a luxury apartment or hotel right now because I had a lot of travel points. I'm not like balling over here, but I had a lot of travel points on my credit card. And yeah, I see that now. It's just like people are kind of like nose down. They're not
Yeah.
really like they're going to
Yeah,
breakfast.
they wouldn't
in a
talk to
three-piece
you like
suit,
They
that.
and I'm
don't.
just
If you
like-
stay in a hotel, of course,
Yeah.
like people just want to just relax and just be alone.
Yeah.
It's
Which I'm
different
kind of
vibe,
feeling that
yeah.
vibe right now, just because I am a little bit tired of traveling. So
I know.
It
Yeah,
It's
but I
too
think-
long, you
Oh
know.
my
You
gosh.
need your time. Now.
I can't tell you. I have been living in a robe in my hotel room for the last few days because I'm just like, I love this so much.
It's so relaxing.
Wearing makeup and a nice shirt. I
Yeah.
bought
Yeah.
this shirt today just for this because
it's
I was
beautiful.
like, I need to have a shirt that doesn't have holes in it.
I know.
Like, all my clothes have holes or stains, or I'm like, do I even take them back with me or do I just
No,
throw them
just
away?
swing away, yeah.
I'm not gonna waste the space in my suitcase.
But I think you
Okay.
made a good decision because at the end of the trip, you know,
Spoil
yeah,
yourself.
you
And
need
it's
to.
my birthday in a
and-
couple days.
Yeah.
Oh,
And also-
let's celebrate.
I know.
Yeah, you know that birthday cake was for her.
Oh.
Yeah.
He spoiled me last night. I felt so special. It was so
Oh.
nice. I don't get surprised very often, but we were out to dinner and he came out with a birthday
Ah.
cake, and I was just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, it's so thoughtful. You know, we met one time,
Yeah.
and to have somebody do something so nice and thoughtful, I felt so special.
I think that's a destination. You know, like I feel her like a friend that we met a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
you know,
a feeling, you know. You don't have to spend a lot of time with one person.
Yeah, you don't have to
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's
Sometimes
easy.
just 1 hour.
Yeah.
And
You know
for
it's a
example,
friend.
some of your colleague, you met them every day, right?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about my colleague. She's cute, and I have very good connection with her. I talk about previous one, and yeah, you see them every day, and 8 hours every day.
Yeah.
You don't talk to them
No.
everything.
You just kind of
Yeah.
work.
It
and
just
coexist
distance.
together.
Yeah.
But
Some
people
friends.
just met 1 hour.
Yeah.
You're like, wow,
Yeah.
they're my family.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I
Yeah.
feel.
Some friends, when you try very hard to get closer, it's difficult.
Yeah.
That's not friend.
Yeah, it's difficult.
I think.
Yeah.
For me,
No,
that's
there,
not friend.
there are, I mean, I've met a lot of people like that. I've been really lucky. I thought I was going to meet more because of COVID, obviously. It didn't happen, but I feel like the people that I did meet and made that connection with, I'm like so grateful and forever will be their friends. And no matter where we are, like even someone that I met back in February, we were just messaging last night and I
Yeah.
was just like, I miss you.
Yeah,
We spent
right?
like a week together, but like my heart, like, I want to be with them because I'm just like, wow, we had such a special connection and bond, and that is so priceless, really.
Yeah, but you know, talking about this luxury hotel in Bangkok, this is something you must do in Bangkok because
It's very cheap.
the luxury hotel in Bangkok is it's not pricey, it's cheap,
Yeah.
and the quality compared to West, it's like a double, triple. It's
The
good.
service is unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
almost like I don't deserve it because they're just like so like welcoming and they open the door for me, they move out of the way for me, they're like asking me after an hour if I need more clean linens or water in my
so
room.
good.
Like they're pressing my bedspread,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
that
Yeah,
I
I
slept in
know.
last night. I'm like, I have been sleeping in a farm for the last week, so you don't have to do that. I'm okay.
Right.
Like last night when I got home, I like scrubbed my feet in the bathtub because it's like I'm not worthy of this beautiful room right now. My feet are dirty.
So funny. So did you feel greater joy when you after the tough trip and then you go to this luxury hotel?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have like maximum joy. right?
Totally. I got into the room and I was just like, oh my god. I was like
Princess.
jumping up and down.
Yeah.
I just felt like, wow, this is really
best
special.
ending, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Super
Yeah,
good
very
ending.
good ending.
Very unexpected ending. Like I haven't really used my credit card that much on this trip because
It's all
Ty
free.
uses
Cash.
cash for
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So if I had spent all of the cash on my credit card, I could have had this hotel room for like the last month probably.
Yeah.
But I didn't ever even think about it. And then I like
Yeah.
checked and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And
Yeah.
now I'm just like, wow, this is a really special way to end my last week. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great.
yeah.
I think what did I want? Well, I was thinking about saying something. I forgot.
Oh.
Oh my god! I'm
Getting
losing my
old.
memory. I'm getting old.
We won't talk about how old he is.
We are talking about hotel.
Yeah, I know,
Must
but
try.
something was in my mind, and I just suddenly forgot it.
Oh no.
No.
No. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think we will cut this part and then continue
I
from
won't
here.
cut.
So I believe if she stay in the hotel at the first day, she will suffer more
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah.
But if it's another way around, she gain more joy. So this, I think it's kind of something interesting for our lives too. When I think we all need to reset at some point. Like what she did on her journey was a kind of reset on her life.
Yeah.
So she goes back to the original, like not everything was basic. She goes through the time and she knows what she needs, what she doesn't need, what she like, and then she now she's ready.
Yeah.
She's ready to go for the next step, next level.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good thing to do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do need to have maybe 6 months off.
Take a gap year.
I should.
Yeah, just take a gap year.
Actually, you can do that, right?
Maybe you guys should do it. Maybe you both should.
That's
do
what
it.
I was talking
I
about.
already tried several times.
I
but you never
cannot just
try.
drop
Yeah.
things like her. You need to
You
have
can.
courage.
You can do it.
It's hard. I mean, like I will keep thinking about, oh my God, this.
Yeah, I mean,
that.
it's taken me. I'm gonna be 35 in a couple of days,
So young.
and I've been thinking about traveling for over a decade. So it's taken me a
you
long
finally
time.
do it. Yeah.
But after a while, you just are like, you know what? I'm done making excuses. Like
Yeah.
there is no reason why I can't do this.
Right.
And I could have made 1,000 excuses why I didn't book that plane ticket. Like when I got to Thailand, I was still limping and like my legs still hurt,
Oh.
and I could have easily been like, I'll wait until I feel better. I'll wait until my leg, because I didn't know. I was like, am I crazy for going to Thailand with a backpack when I have a hard time walking? You
Yeah,
know,
that's
like,
crazy to
it's
me.
crazy.
It's crazy.
But as soon as I got to Thailand, like my pain went away
Yeah,
because
it's
my
mindset,
mind
yeah.
wasn't worried and
Yeah.
thinking
Thanks.
and overthinking, and yeah, it was yeah.
Yeah, this is amazing. To me.
Everything gonna be alright.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you're traveling like this.
Everything always
Yeah.
works out, even if
Yeah.
it doesn't go
Yeah.
how you hoped or planned. Like, for example, I thought I made the reservation at the hotel the
Yeah.
wrong one, and I
Right.
kept fighting. I kept calling my credit card company,
Yeah.
asking them to change it. I wanted to be at the Marquee. I'm at the JW, and then they're like, "Sorry, we can't do it." And then in the taxi ride on the way to the JW, I see there's like a huge construction by the Marquee and like cranes and jackhammers, and I was like, I was fighting this for nothing. Everything worked out
Yeah.
the way it's supposed to
Wow.
be. You
Yeah.
know, like I would have been miserable listening to jackhammers all day in this fancy hotel that I was choosing to stay.
Yeah,
So
I think her character make her like this. It's good. You know how to drop.
Yeah.
You know how to let go.
yeah, I
This is
literally like
important.
laughed out loud in the car when I saw the jackhammers and the cranes. I was just like, okay, well that's
Yeah.
why this didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should learn from you. Yeah, I
You
need to
will-
learn.
You are not learning from her. You have to experience yourself. You have to do
Well,
it.
yeah, well.
But
And
I'll
you'll
always
see.
I get
be here
inspired.
for,
Yeah.
to support you. I can help you.
Yeah.
Whenever you do go on your trip, just call me.
Oh, maybe you just say book a ticket to meet her.
Yeah.
Which city again?
Chicago.
I'm gonna be going to Denver,
Denver.
but it's beautiful.
I was
yeah.
in Chicago for a few months.
Really?
Yeah. I was in the University of Wisconsin, Concordia, Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
I was
wish
there.
I had known you then.
I was there
Not too
for
late,
a
huh?
few months. Yeah.
Did you like Chicago?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I like the deep pan pizza.
Oh,
Like
Oh, about food.
all I'm thinking is about food.
Of course. But you know what? I'm thankful that you like food because you always, introduce
Yeah,
really good things to me.
yesterday I took her to a New Beast restaurant.
It's
good,
Tony's
so
restaurant,
good.
right?
Good. It was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
And it was not Thai food, so that was really special.
Yeah, I think I want her to try different stuff.
Yeah. It was
And
yummy.
next year, I'm sure you'll come back.
Yeah.
And then we can travel together to Taiwan.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, I will show you
Yeah.
It's
my
on my
country.
list, and I've heard amazing things.
It's
so.
the best country in the world.
Yes, please travel.
Taiwan. Taiwan.
I love that so much. No, I would love to go, especially with people who are local. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you always get to learn and see and do more.
Okay, deal.
Deal.
I'll see you next year.
I
for
can't
sure.
wait. I can't wait.
Okay, great. Okay.
It's definitely happening.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay, thank you for coming today, and we are
Yeah.
glad to have your story. So
Thank you
good,
so
so
much.
Yeah,
amazing.
it's a beautiful
Yes.
story, and everybody, grab your tickets,
Come
grab
to
your
Thailand.
backpacker, right?
Yeah.
And just traveling.
Just do
Don't
it.
Just
think.
travel. Just
Just
come
do
and
it.
just start your business. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you come to us.
Yeah.
We are the Cubic Co-working Space.
Yay! Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.